Hey guys, welcome to today's video where I'll be telling you guys about Notion app, give you a glimpse of my Notion setup, but also tell you about how I'm using it. Before we begin though, I just wanted to quickly mention that this is not a sponsored video and I came across Notion through Ali Abdaal. I'm pretty sure you all know him. If you don't, do check out his channel. I've linked it in the description below. I've started using Notion I think about 3 months ago in April, and before that I was doing all my planning and organizing in like 6 different apps. But with Notion I'm able to do all that in one platform, but in a very organized and in an aesthetic setup that allows me to get creative and also customize as per my needs. And of course I'm also using it for my studying and note-taking purposes, which I will be telling you more about in a bit. So these are the things that I'll be sharing with you guys today in that order, and I've also made timestamps in the description in case you need them. So I guess let's get into it. So note-taking method preference is obviously different from person to person. And I can't really say which one is better from these two methods because it all depends on how you use it and how effective it is in doing its job, that is get you to reread your notes, understand and register what's written in them. Stick to what works for you, and presently I'm doing both the note-taking methods depending upon the topic and also the type of notes that I'm making. So coming to digital note-taking, I think it goes without saying that all the note-taking apps, they have the basic notebook feature which allows you to write in notes in a page or type in notes in a page, organize them into folders, subject-wise, add diagrams and all that stuff. And Notion can do all of that, but what attracted me to Notion were these features which are unique to Notion as far as I know. They're quite useful and they save reasonable amount of time. So I'll be telling you guys about all these features individually and how I'm using them. But before we begin, I just wanted to give a fair warning that it might seem a little bit complex on how to use Notion, but once you get the hang of it, it is actually very easy to use. So Notion app, like any other app, has a free version as well as subscription plans, but if you're a student with a valid student email ID, you get the upgrade version for free. For those of you who don't have student email IDs, you get the personal plan for free, which works absolutely fine. I'm also using the personal plan, and I've linked the Notion website in the description if you want to download the app or you want to know more about the app. The basic idea of how Notion works is the block creation system, which allows you to create different types of blocks. And the most basic block that you can create is the text block, where you can just type in a text and this becomes your one block. And you can make as many blocks as you need, and you can also move the blocks around, place them where you want them. You can change the block type by selecting and clicking on the desired option. You can also embed links to it if you want to refer to any website, or if you want to highlight it, change the font and all that, you can all do in this one block. Now similarly, there are other types of blocks that you can create, such as the page, the to-do list, different heading sizes, the different types of lists, dividers and so on. Now you can also make databases using tables, board, gallery, lists, etc. From these different types of blocks that you can create in Notion, the following are the ones that really stood out for me, and they are the ones that I'm using the most. And they are the toggle feature, calendar, different view options, table, templates, color coding, adding icons, and cover pics. So I have created my homepage using these different types of blocks, and this homepage has everything from CSE preparation related stuff to YouTube channel related work, my to-do list, my other plans, and so on. So let's get to the first feature that I like to use, and that is the toggle list. Now the toggle feature is the first thing which attracted me towards using Notion, and how this basically works is you can actually hide and show certain information under the toggle list with just one click. And I'm currently using this for my summary notes. So this can go as simple as one sentence information, or you can make toggles within toggles, or even add pictures, links and tables and other blocks and so on. So this forces me to try and remember certain information with just a click. I can check whether I remembered it correctly or if I missed anything. This studying method is actually known as active recall, and I came to know about it through Ali Abdaal, of course. If you haven't seen his videos on active recall, you should go check them out. Calendar is by far the most useful feature that I've been using lately for my newspaper reading sessions and for making notes from them. Before that, I usually read newspaper online and then I download the e-paper or any other important articles of the day, and then they just lay there somewhere in the corner of my laptop in some folder and I never see them again. But what I'm doing now is I enter very short notes of each important news of the day in this calendar database by creating a page page template, which allows me to add certain properties to it, like the paper, subject, link if any, and so that it becomes easier for me to sort and filter for revision later. So I basically create as many pages as I need for that day and add the properties to it, and then make point-wise notes on each topic. Now this is where the calendar database gets even better, because I can change the view into other formats like the list format, the Kanban board, the gallery view, and you can even apply filters or sort it to simplify the information in front of you. So yeah, that's my newspaper notes compilation. And I know it has been time and again pointed out that newspaper reading is a very important part of our preparation, and many have said that we should not waste time in making notes from newspaper, but I just find that in this way I'm able to concentrate better, and I will also have a concise and subject-wise compilation of all the important news items. So using the table feature, I've just made a list of the different subjects, the topics within the subjects, and I will go on to make individual notes within each topic like I showed you earlier. And I also added the status column just to keep myself aware of what I have left to finish and what I've left to study. The other important use of the table feature is for the revision reminders. Now I have listed down topics that I've completed and added the date to it as well. Now what is cool about the table feature is that you can add different property types to each column and even add a formula within it, like I have done for this repetition table, which automatically calculates the next day I should be revising a particular topic. And a disclosure here, I haven't been able to follow this diligently at all, but this is game changing if I'm able to utilize this properly and make it a habit to follow this table every single day, and I'm still trying to. The other very important use of the table feature for me is planning and organizing my YouTube channel. Now for those of you who are wondering how I manage to study, shoot and edit videos at the same time, this is where the answer lies, because all the planning of the content, structure of the video, the music, editing style, animations, thumbnails, camera angles, all of that, it goes in here. And it takes about 1 to 2 weeks of planning before I actually shoot a video, depending upon the amount of time I allocate every day towards planning of videos. And so when the day comes, I already know what I'm supposed to be doing, and it takes very less time to shoot and edit. And of course, a few things and ideas that just happen to pop up while I'm shooting and editing, they just add to the finishing touches. Template feature works best for those pages where you have a common structure within each page. So for example, every time I open a new content idea page, I just click on this template which I've already made, and I don't have to retype anything, and I only need to update it as required. So this is where the template feature saves a lot of time, which applies to my notes as well. For example, in the newspaper compilation of prelims notes, I don't have to retype the basic structure of the notes every time I open a new page. So I started making my vocabulary section in Notion as well, using the color coding and highlighting feature to differentiate different word classes. Before this, I was actually using this tiny notebook to note down any new words and their meanings, that I came across, but that hasn't been really useful because it was taking too much time, and it was really difficult to look through the pages to find a particular word that I wanted to look up. So here I can just enter a new word and its meaning using the different word class blocks, and then if I wanted to search for a particular word, I can just use Ctrl F and then find the meaning of that word, which I clearly remember I've already entered. So there are other blocks and features that you can explore in Notion, and you can use them as you seem fit. And based on their individual functions, of each feature of each block, you can actually think of ways how they will be useful to you or how you can use them, and you can totally customize the entire Notion setup as per your desire and as per your preferences. Or you can use the already available templates. So for example, for the notes taking templates, we have the class notes, the Cornell note system, and others as well. After going through all that, Notion does have a few drawbacks in it, and the first one is the inability to make handwritten notes. So this will be a problem for those who like making handwritten notes in their iPads or their tablets, and Notion does not have that feature where you can handwrite notes into Notion. But what you can do is you can embed those handwritten notes as pictures or files within Notion. Now the second drawback is the per file size limit for the personal plan, which is the free plan. So although this it's not much of a problem, because if the file is too big, more than 5 MB, you can just add a link to that file and that works fine. But you know, it would be nice if you can upload file size maybe around 10 MB. Now the third drawback is that it is a little bit complex and it takes time to get used to it. You know, time might be a drawback, but I don't think the complexity part of it is a drawback, especially for people who like to learn new stuff. Now the fourth drawback, and the major drawback for me, is that the templates are available only when you're connected to the internet. So this has been really irritating because the internet connection out here in Shillong is not that great. It goes on and off every few hours, sometimes every 10 to 15 minutes. So that has been really problematic, and I don't know, I guess I just have to deal with it for now since I'm using the free version. So I think I've summed up the great things about Notion as briefly as I could, and to summarize them all, last but not least, the more pleasing it is to look at and the more fun it is to use, the more likely you are to, you know, effectively utilize it to its fullest potential. And Notion has that premium feel and the aesthetics that, you know, lets you enjoy while working on it. And you know, it makes organizing, planning and note-taking quite engaging and fun. So that is all I know about Notion as of now from the past 3 months that I've been using it, and I've included everything in the description, including the Notion YouTube channel, Alia Bell's channel, and then other channels which have helped me in learning how to use Notion. And the Notion YouTube channel actually has very short tutorials teaching you how to start using it. So if you need any help or you have any problem in starting to use Notion, you can just go to the YouTube channel and you'll get everything there. So guys, don't get intimidated by the seemingly complex nature of it. If I can learn how to use Notion, trust me, anyone can. And yeah, I think that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care, stay safe and study smart.